Similar plan, and it's Paper X trying to suss out as much as possible. Still, though, the site relegated, and RRQ will plant their flag firmly down.
Yeah, you got to be watching for a potential flank to come through later from xFaero, but with the plant going down, Crazy Guy has an Armageddon. It's a 5 versus 5. There's an operator. You got to expect probably the Steel Garden from Devi. It comes down now.
Armageddon from Crazy Guy, though. And it just blocks everything off. Paper X continuing to try to push up front. It's just Forsaken, however. Can he truly find the kills? He's getting salvoed, but with assistance from Patman, they dive down. Jemkin gets out of dodge, straight back into Wine. Paper X, they have some numbers, though.
No command.
Oh, still trying to find the shots. Patman dodges the shot through, and it's xFaero now off from the top of hell, and Paper X have noted his position. The numbers front back once again.
Absolutely needed from Paper X here to have just any substance in this map. Dropping the Steel Garden, the null command at the end as well for Patman. Using those ults to just ensure that you've got advantages. You bait out, if you can call it a bait out, the Armageddon, it really buys a little bit of time for RRQ to try and reposition themselves to make the best out of the pistols. Fortunately, doesn't work there, but you've already afforded yourself 6 rounds, right? You've got a lot of padding in this half as RRQ.
If
build up your economy, buys on buys.
Go
at it again this time.
Yeah, I know it's going to be
and see what the differences look like from Paper X.
Similar setups, but one thing they can always bet for sure is that they have that confidence to continue going for some of these fights. Prowler again to contend with xFaero.
Yeah, it's just going to make him feel a little bit sticky to stay around, isn't it?
Or to at least alleviate a possible lurk.
Yeah, needs to call for his team to smoke out middle so he can get out of dodge. 0 point, he's going to buy some time. Joan not spotting too much, but this is the mid-rounding for RRQ. If they do pivot towards B, something's going to be holding the op lane. Does he get the spidey senses tingling, though, that he either needs to move to watch mid or pop the tailwind?
I think he's going to mark for B main instead.
Yeah, a bit more of a better angle for him, and with this slower approach from RRQ, the drone's going to give away the info, so he can really call for his team to come and assist, because he probably needs it.
Need to pull it quick enough. Crazy Guy still with the late lurks. Forsaken's already cleared out mid, though, but something. Does he know that they are that close? It's a clone. It's a haunt as well, and Jemkin just does as much as possible to flash himself out.
That was so close.
See what he can do. He snuck himself in towards the logs, but the duel starts to come out, the trades as well.
And it's Forsaken with a little bit more. Patman all the way out.
Patman!
Triple
My
kill, and it just
guy.
mows every single RQ player as they try to approach from B main.
Yeah, you're blinking, you missed that one, isn't it? Paper X. I mean, how many scenarios do they just want to send all the bodies into the fights this time? Works a bit better than a couple of rounds ago. Cheeky angle, actually, just the sliver scene. The Patman through the smoke, a great flash drive, great shots to come through. Come on, give us the hype. We need the hype.
He's locked in. He needs more rounds before he truly hypes up, but
for sure.
8 kills up right now, 6 for Patman.
Always
Q still in the lead.
Always seeing the same stuff in B main though, right? Forsaken and the operator of something. Again, you need to see that gun in his possession to just really have value, you would assume. But now that you've got B control, what do the differences look like for RRQ? They're a little bit closer up to mid.
And that's where xFaero also plays around with the tripwires as well. He waited for that Prowler before he put this one down. And then Jemkin to sneak all the way through into market. Oh, Forsaken.
He knew.
Aware to check with the Prowler. Sees as well the flash just to push Jemkin away.
Oh, this is the spike down bottom mid. So either you're getting a smoke to get out of dodge, or your eventual plan is to still go towards the B site where you'll have a deep mid smoke potentially. You can disregard that because you've got the whole team with you.
Very important round.
Avenue of approach. Second holding the info line, a pre-fire spot, you would assume.
But too many targets, and unfortunately he meets his doom. Something then immediately turns back around, but the shot has been blocked by the clone. Crazy Guy to mark the back as well, and it just buys further time. RQ will get the site.
Yeah, this is a bit of a rough one for Paper X. Neural Theft confirming all the information. There's also the trapwire at the edge of market.
They're up close though, and it's just xFaero inside of main. He can continue to toy with Paper X. Paper X trying to find the spacing, trying to find the pathing actually into the site. Can they deal with the damage that has been caused? RRQ still holding them off, but Jing not too bad at the damage. Divide with the trades, down to the 1-on-2. Surely you expect inside of Boathouse. He does have the, well, no, not the Arc Rose. Tries to slip over. One side has been smoked off, and it's the double peek! Defy, unfortunately, not able to contend, and RRQ right back the rounds.
Yeah, the wider swing from them works a treat there as well. The fact that RRQ have a bit of a mid-rounding decision to make too, right? When you slip the spike in towards bottom mid, you do consider what is the approach from RRQ. Are they trying to just wait for time for his recon? Are they going to be going forward together as a team, which is ultimately the idea when your Omen and your other boys do back yourselves up. You go silently and approach. PaperX have kind of been relinquishing this mid-control time and time again. So the adjustment for them now is putting the shear there. So forcing out some adjustments from PRX.
Wi-Fi.
It's just the thorns around tree.
Well, I'm missing PL DT with the 300
close as well
FPS
towards that dark cover. Has to change his own approach. Meanwhile, very forward B main control this time from PaperX, but Dimensional Drift into the A site. Scope out all the information. This could be an 8th round for RRQ, depending.
Has to find the right timing for the flash as well, but yes, Jemkin might just be able to toy with it alongside the Hunter's Fury, and it completely flushes PaperX out of position. Patman unfortunately neutralized. Another one eliminated, and it's a 3v5 retake where an op is at play. Tough situation, but PaperX continues to try to spray themselves forward until, they're going to have to call it off.
Yeah, you need that operator in play, you would assume, for something. 2 casualties gone. PaperX have to just concede this one. We've seen pace changes from RRQ. When you've got that dimensional drift, how often does that just be, you know, kind of the be-all and end-all into a site like A when you've got in combination with a Hunter's Fury, you got salvos too. There's not a lot of places that you can hide as PaperX there. That's why you really do need, you know, a null command essentially in those sort of scenarios to counter, because apart from that, you really can't stay around.
Just make
no option, no choice. It was 2 outs, but it gives them a much crucial round. RQ now up 8-2 after the timer expires.
Right now.
And again, it's just compounding effects from everything from the first few rounds, right? A butterfly effect from the late lurks, the presence outside of B, which forces PaperX to plant players around these spots. Just buys so much away.
I really want to watch.
I was gonna say, it's a timeout for PaperX. Do you consider dropping your second one in this sort of scenario as well? Because you need to have a really big discussion right now. It's Ascent defenses on a change-up of agents coming into this map, but a change-up of agents that you've had some good successes on, right? Against T1, maybe you catch them in a bit of an off day for that second map that they picked in the series. Your attacking side was flawless to close out the map. Your defensive side, I mean, they ended it as an 8-4, right? In the lead. This time, all of the ideas for RRQ working much more of a treat. And what have we seen from PaperX, Crack? We've seen B main control upon B main control, getting either the operator on the line or you know, Prowler out from Forsaken, and they hang around. If RRQ are expecting that, they're happy to give it. Right? They've got 3 other lanes that they can go through. You go through mid, you go through tree, you go through main.
And that's exactly what this timeout is for. I mean, there's just so much to consider. RRQ being able to toy with PaperX in this fashion truly gives them every single advantage that they've been looking for. 8-2. I mean, this is the first time, the first half in this entire series where RRQ is this dominant.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if we are contending upon an overtime scenario, it's PaperX that are going to have to make the comeback real, right? It's always been RRQ that have kind of been the trailers. This time, contention in towards B main, and Xfero dispatches of Forsaken. The Hunter's on for something as well.
Just when I thought PaperX was equipped in for this round, they immediately get eliminated. Forsaken down, something with the operator, but not able to flick because RRQ has swarmed the site.
Oh, do you even consider a save again? A 2 versus 4. You've got no money, you've got not the greatest weapon. There's the Bulldog in play.
Yeah, well, it's round 11. Might as well just kind of throw everything in, but tripped up as well. Jing, he's been spotted. Xer beginning to push up. Jing might not expect it. He's crouched down as well, but Jing, decent flick. Flashes over onto the back, but oh, the spam's possible. He has to back off. He has to play around safe. He hears the jumps as well, and that will be another kill. Still, though, running out of ammo now. The time working against him. He swapped to a weapon, and that's the precise moment when Monyet peeks out for the kill. It's 9-2. Is it going to be a 10?
Maybe. Very well maybe. That's the timeout that PaperX
Like
call as well, not going their way. The idea that, well, B main controllers I'm speaking about, PaperX have been loving trying to gather that, right? Let's just take the fight to them with numbers.
This has to
get
be
in their
9
face.
This
Let's
is the
go
only
quick.
chance. If it's a 10-2,
When they might expect something
it's
slow.
fucking GG.
It works an
In
absolute
9-3,
treat for
it's
RRQ.
even dangerous.
The money in shambles.
It's a dangerous
Digging
round.
deep in
But
towards your
10-2
pocket.
is much
It's
way
not the
more
worst
worse.
for PaperX.
Please,
Vandals,
win
Phantoms,
this.
couple ultis.
9 triggers.
Regen
Hopefully.
shield in there as well.
If they lose
I mean,
this, it's a
Pac-Man,
GG,
yeah, you've got a
bro.
Spectre, but
I'm
if you're
telling
null
you.
commanding at the right time, you could still assist your team. 0 point for 2. This will command a little bit of a slower start for the beginning of the round to RRQ.
Forsaken taking his time around B main as well. He just sent a hot down,
Yeah,
which
I
was
think they
shot
feel
down,
it.
so still holding on to some Prowlers, but the Armageddon into back of A.
Yeah, no dark cover to put at the front of the side at the moment, but the Molly will hold them at bay. Mon yet, risky business, I was gonna say if he found that.
Which then the Nightfall in towards B. Forsaken trying to do his best to hold it
Forsaken!
down. The burst is great. Defiance well out
Whoa.
from backside. And it's just crazy guy. The late lurk this time completely dismantled. But he will still be able to eliminate Jink for the least. Something to end it off though. So it's not
Thank
a 10 to
goodness.
2. PaperX able to scratch one right back against
There we
RRQ.
go. 9
Put your
triggers.
hands up if you are a superstitious person out there. The 9 to 3 curse, is it gonna be real?
comeback
PaperX
10-3
gonna have
is
the
GG
blessings
now.
go their way in this
Okay, at
one
least it's
because
not
so
10-2.
far RRQ have just
Like
had
I said, I feel a bit
the better ideas,
calmed.
the better movement around the map,
Absolutely.
and just affording themselves more buys as well, right? With the layering of rounds that they have. I mean, the 6-0 start
Oh my
really
gosh,
sets
dude.
them up for the remainder of the half. 3 more
This is
extra. They
really
dropped 3, yeah,
hard.
sure. But they are in pole position here to get into that grand final. Which player infuriates you more? Go in already, a duelist that never goes in, or Smoke, a controller that never smokes?
100% controller. You need to be able to smoke off sites. At least controller, once you're done smoking off, you can push in.
I mean, we do see a lot of duelists be a bit self-sufficient, like a Jet that can get in, or Yori that can get in around the smokes, because you think about the importance in these sort of scenarios, right? How often do we see smoking agents actually die a little bit earlier on and then the team has to adapt? So sometimes you do get smokes that can't smoke and you have to adapt. If you lose your duelist, well, the team can slowly go in. So I think more infuriating, probably the duelist.
Regardless of that little disagreement.
For the people out there, though, don't be any of them. Go and entry if you play duelist. Go and smoke if you play controller.
Just do everything right. We'll see if PaperX can do everything right, though. I mean, again, you mentioned how the first half was perfectly set up by RRQ. Now they're on the defense.
This is such an important pistol round. The stats will not matter
PaperX need it.
if
Regardless.
RRQ get the pistol.
If RRQ get the pistol, then this could be over.
Well, we'll see. How nervous are PaperX coming in towards this pistol? And they shrug it off going into their attacking side. Slow and steady in the middle. Cleared out by the stealth drone.
The drone doesn't hear the footsteps truly as well. However, PaperX clearing out A little bit. Begun to set themselves up around B.
Got a kill trip towards the switch as well in case we have something fast from or something.
Oh, and the 3 from RRQ. Stable to mark down the site. They might have been flashed, but still, they dig deep.
Yeah, but they can't go in at the moment with just the stalling power of the cage, of the salvos.
And look at that trip as well.
So they're going to have to try and go back at it again. Yeah, and the trip, I mean, if you get a dash on towards it, maybe you have some good spam. Maybe someone who plays towards CT, if it's smoked off, can still pepper some bullets there.
Oh, but then for PaperX to elect for a B split push instead. Crazy guy, he's found some information.
30 seconds to go. It's going to end up being RRQ have 4 here.
Yeah, exactly. With the trips again as well.
There's the
trip
trip.
around the survival smokes. Jemkin trying to line up the shots, but something's good for at least one. Defy, though. The trades have to be good, and PaperX just continue to waterfall into the side. But look at Jemkin and how slippery he is. Backed into safety.
They got to get the plant and the salvos. They can push you out of position. That's exactly what they do.
And 13
Forsaken,
seconds
nice.
left. The spike plant is not available.
Forsaken
has to find the kills. Finally, it goes down, and it's just crazy guy left. Low
Batman,
HP
the
as
duo.
well, but still
Batman, Forsaken,
needs to
please.
find the 1v2 in position. It just lets time reset just a bit.
If they play high-low at the moment, they could lose their lives. They are.
Crazy guy. Does he have the shots though? Just the head onto Petman. And Forsaken with the crouch. The high-low still supports Paper Rex.
That setup as well. If Forsaken gets headshot, the ghost bullet doesn't go through, finish him off. That would have been a headset off moment for Paper Rex, you would assume. Jemkin trying to dig deep in there as well, but my oh my, the stalling power, the reads, the fact that Paper Rex still go into the B site. There's no time to change it up. There's no lurk to bring value for them in this pistol round. You got to keep a sword face for them too, because they have a mountain to climb.
Yeah, the storm works, and well, at least it's one round, which might give them a couple more.
I'm gonna go back to my bed.
With the guns afforded up. Or back into B.
Because I can't watch it. They lose one round. I can't go watch.
Anti-flash, by the way, for Jemkin.
All the way towards the back and beginning to peek forward.
It's not too often you see
crazy guy.
Cool little counterplay on the back of the camera like that. Try and flood on in, catch them off guard. But hey,
they should
you weather it, right?
And
now we wait and we go again by
they could have
the looks
go
of
to
Paper
the
X's positions.
If they want to.
This time you got a bit of a rotation from Xfero as well. Just the pistols though.
As much as possible. Back in for the little peeks though, off of the timing. Jemkin out by logs, however, but spotted out thanks to the Z's.
Very well stuck here. He's gonna have all the utility go his way. Fragment and Thorns.
The spams just to prevent him from escaping. The salvos though, but then Paper Rex once again with a full arsenal, just happy to look for the fights.
Yeah, so that's two, right? Always should be good for the second after the pistol, but this is where we get the guns in possession for RRQ, and this is where we really start to see how much effect the first half has on this game, right? They afforded themselves 9-3, 6-round advantage. They can afford a couple of mishaps here and there in this half. They can afford themselves, you know, a chance for Paper Rex to maybe start to make a comeback, but you do have to start to consider for RRQ, right? How long does it take them to recognize what Paper Rex are going to be doing on this attacking side? Are Paper Rex really changing up their approach time and time again?
For 14K.
Not too much currently.
Icebox
previous round was just a confident B push given the guns, but now you got to really slow things down. Odin being fired off as well. Paper Rex now aware.
And slowing things down are going to work a treat for RRQ as well, because that allows them to rotate where they need. That allows the likes of Crazy Guy to have the salvos put at the right time. High cam again to spot some early information, though currently gate crash for Jemkin towards the A site where his locale is anyway. So it currently would be a retake scenario if Paper X quickly got into the B site.
But that comes down to Xfero as well as Cushy. Again, right? These signature agents, you've got the trips. And if he's able to anchor down well enough...
They could rush.
0 Point is calling for a rotate with Tree not occupied in its entirety. Crazy Guy a little bit behind, but Cushy towards the spawn side of things. So it does look like with 30 seconds to go, it may very well be a bit of a retake scenario.
Nice.
Paper X have managed to slip through. What a lineup from Patman. The trip being noted as well. Devi slowly sneaking himself forward into the one and done. Watching for the angles though. The door's been broken. Devi, not able to hold. Jemkin, this could be the start of the assault, but Patman has grenades. Something trying to hold as well. Dodges the first flash. The second one being set through by the Omen, and it's just Patman trying to receive contact, but RQ proves to be overwhelming.
I'm going back to my bed. Bye-bye.
Bonus round going the way of RRQ. They came into it with the better guns, so Paper X only some damage for their bonus round. Double digits achieved for RRQ. You're just waiting to see if anyone was going to fall prey into the trap wire for Xfero to spray on down, but it never eventuated. So that's a full 5 versus 5 retake that really Jemkin getting a lot of the damage in there with the team to back him up as well. Trade's working out a treat, holding numbers advantages. Now we'll get the full proper buy to come out from Paper X, backed up by the Nightfall. You can see an answer back for Jemkin though with that dimensional drift. How stellar has RRQ been when that ability is in play?
Especially for a potential retake. Paper X though. Position, a quick Nightfall, but slowed down.
Really early to allow something to get up towards the tree. Super quick, but kind of held at bay at the moment. Xfero at the glass.
Ooh, almost domed. Still with the damage found, it's going to be PaperX breaking their way into the A side. The Odin eliminating Forsaken. Defy back in though, but not able to take out Crazy Guy.
Just picking up the ultimate of the Armageddon as well in this 3 versus 3.
Spike has been planted at the very least. What are the positions going to be? Dimensional Drift to scout.
Could be everything.
Straight into the site. Another smoke. Armageddon out from A main, and PaperX out of position. Cushy for the kills. It's a double that ends the round.
What a flash. What a flash to come out at the end from Jemkin as well. Patman completely blinded. No, actually, Jemkin's got his 2. It's a self-blind.
You failed.
No words.
I believe that's a self-blind to come on out. I mean, in the 3 versus 3, when you've got the Dimensional Drift and the Armageddon coming your way anyway, you cannot sit in towards the main. Gotta say, all the info, utility, and the fact that Crazy Guy just survives with that Odin there too. Ah, he's blinded up by the clone. That's what it is. That's a rough one.
Just that much utility being sent into the wayside, and it's 11-5 now, Komodo. They're running out of chances, and this could be RRQ's very first grand final.
And this is where I talk about the space that they afforded themselves of the first half, right? They can have slip-ups if they want, but if they don't, well, you're just going to keep on carrying on. 12 is the name of the game to hunt on through. That's a quick headshot onto Jing.
Another one found. And then for the trips to come back in online, PaperX trying to recover.
Need to see individual brilliance, you feel like, for PaperX to come through here, but it does feel like the teamwork of RRQ is at its most potent on this map right now. The angle, Monyet, try and find Patman. Damage done, though, will scare him off.
I mean, teamwork, individual brilliance as well, just to check. And PaperX just trying to scavenge this round as much as possible. Patman, if he was able to find one, that would be great, but everything's thrown off balance.
Slowly but surely, up through mid, 45 seconds. Haunt to be broken, head to be removed.
Recognition from RQ as well, though. They've already put themselves inside a spawn, but something a little bit quicker with the blades takes down Jemkin. Salvos will stop and stall Forsaken. Another kill onto something. Crazy Guy, the IGL leading from the front.
And Patman tagged 4 from Monyet earlier, remember?
There's just no chance. Look at them all stacked up inside a spawn. As soon as Patman reveals himself, this will be series point. Tries to get ahead of it, but there is no chance at all.
Yeah, there was not a snowball's chance in hell in that one for PaperX to win, it feels like. 12-5 series point. What does Pilski know that we do not? RRQ weathering through 4 maps here. 2 victories in overtime. 2 clean ones from PaperX. Is this where the train gets derailed? Smashing into the mountain.
Just might be.
7 series points.
What happened? Ah, shit.
It's just way too much for PaperX to deal with. The weaponry not too great in this round either.
Well,
decent flash over, some space around the middle. Jemkin looking for the peak.
Yeah, stuck at the moment. Will be bailed out by Xfero's cage if he wants to try and get out of there, weathering through the suppression. He'll just skedaddle on through.
Crazy Guy as well, marking tree. PaperX though, that's not their true final destination.
No, not at all. They do want to pivot straight towards this B side though. It might be another retake angle to come through from RRQ, because remember, they have 7 rounds to play with. They can afford to take a couple of losses.
All it takes is 1 more point for Cushy to get to the Hunter's Fury.
Yeah, null command though for Patman. You feel like he has to drop that in towards this round potentially. Stave off this retake. There it is as the plant goes down.
Which won't leave him with too much towards the future rounds. Right now, 14. Stuck inside of logs. His position pretty much revealed. 0 point just to hold even further back as well. Another fragment. But some peeks out from spawn now, and they know exactly where Patman is. He will just go in guns blazing though. Just single kill, but traded out by Monyet. Something up from the back, and he finds the double necessary. 2 targets left. And unfortunately, this is not over yet. PaperX will carry forward.
Yeah, but the investment for them in that round, Quack. The Steel Garden and the Null Command, you're not going to have access to them in the next one. You flip it over, and RRQ, we've got a Hunter's Fury to play with. They're from the shadows. These ultimates can be called ultimate for a reason. They can be round-defining abilities. And as we're talking about right now, it only takes one round for RRQ to get into that grand final for a rematch against Gen G. Affording a timeout now. PaperX needed this timeout. They need the opportunity to talk things through, because you have to remember, they used both of theirs in the first half, after round number 3 and round number 10. So the fact that RRQ deploy one here, have a conversation early, is a bit of a blessing for PaperX.
A double-edged sword for themselves, but we will see. They are the ones on defense. They can pull out something surprising. PaperX need to be completely locked in every step of the way.
I mean,
and I'm not entirely sure that they've got it in them, even as a fan myself.
So
I mean, we just need to see them be a lot more heads up, a lot more clinical in the early information gathering and what they can bait out, what rotations they can draw early. Finding an isolated duel little by little could be monstrous right now. I mean, talk about it as well. Crazy guy currently up on the kills there with 16 with Jemkin.
Oh, and it starts off with a huge explosion up by B. They pushed up. Jemkin gets away with daylight robbery.
Ridiculous.
Hunter Spear right off the rip as well. PaperX trying to dance around it.
They do successfully, but losing something. That's your duelist, your opener. Is that 1 of 5 down for the count to seal the deal here?
Something died.
Rotations already from RRQ to the correct location as well.
That's all they needed. Not really noting too much across the map neither, so...
Good timing on the drone. Just the fact that you reveal that there's still members of PaperX here. Keep you at the right location. A paranoia ready to rip from Monyet.
Jemkin in position around stairs as well. Crazy guy to stall the push with the salvos. And PaperX has no recourse but to continue pushing. Jing down and out. And the rest of PaperX continue up front. Still though, RRQ have the site completely surrounded. Every position marked thanks to the neural theft. Can they even get the spike down? They try to slow it over with the thorns.
Plant down.
Pushes up from both sides though. You gotta watch for stairs as well as lane. Forsaken trying his best to isolate the angles as much as possible. Takes down the first head. Off to the next one as Petman trades up. And it's just Xfero trying to sneak on over. With discipline, he finds the first, and it's down to the 1v1. Petman needs to come up huge, but he's not able to do it. Xfero has derailed the PaperX Express. We've brought this through all this, every destination, and down to the final score, 13-6. 2 overtimes, an incredible first half, and RRQ will soar themselves into the grand finals against old rivals Gen G.
Commiserations to PaperX in this one. They had a monstrous effort to get through the group stage when it looks like they were down and out. They start to go, everyone's favorite meme at the moment, track by track. But at the end, they still made it to Toronto. They'll come in with the 3rd seed, but it is RRQ here that get the glory, that get the victory, that get the opportunity. One more series tomorrow to try and lift that trophy. This time here.
GG. Yeah, damn. GG, bro. Well, that was it.